go ahead and get started with today's flow. So find a comfortable seated position. Maybe you're crisscross applesauce, or maybe seated on your shins. As always, we're going to start class with a mindfulness moment. So I invite you to close your eyes. Take your hands to rest on your upper thighs, with your palms faced up in a position of receiving, or down in a position of grounding. And take a couple of slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, down into your low belly, letting the sides of your abdomen inflate. And exhale out through the mouth, a little sigh as you release tension from the shoulders, from the neck. The world starts to slow down a little bit. This is you moving into your body, into awareness with the present moment. Slow, deep, intentional breath. Getting in touch with your physical self, physical sensation. Doesn't matter if it's uncomfortable sensation or comfortable sensation. Your job right now at this moment is just to be present with it. And make little adjustments that feel right to you. Sometimes you might invite in a little sway when it feels good, a specific stretch, or if stillness feels like it's calling out to you today, stay grounded in that. Listen to what you need. On your next inhale, I invite you to take your hands out to your sides and then lift them up over your head. Exhale, the left hand comes down to the mat, slowly reaching the right fingertips over to the side of the room as you gently make your elbow cave in a little bit at a time. Maybe you can get it fully flat to the mat. Doesn't matter if you can or can't, you can be at any level. Just make sure your sit bones are connected to your mat. That your chest stays open, your shoulder open up. Big stretch through your side body. Slowly go ahead and move to the other side. The right hand grounds down. Sit bones stay put. Reach. Open that chest up. You might have one side like me that's harder than the other, and that's normal. That's okay. Just take note. Open the upper hand, stacking the shoulders, taking deep breaths into your side body. Come up off that bottom hand, and then we're going to lift and open the fingertips wide. The elbows come to about 90 degrees. Nice open chest, open heart, splayed fingertips like there's energy moving through the top of every single one. Draw your shoulders back together behind you. Inhale, lift the hand. Exhale, open the heart. And then release the hands down to your side. We're going to roll up onto our knees, coming into all fours, hands ground beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips as usual. A little bit of intentional movement here. Pay attention to what's happening in your hips, your low back, your abdomen, your neck, your shoulders, a little body scan from the top of your head to your baby toes. And when you're ready, ground yourself in this position, lifting your heart forward, pulling your belly button into your spine. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, curl the spine up towards the sky, tuck the tailbone, cat pose. As you inhale, lift the heart and tailbone as one as the belly reaches towards the mat. Press up out of your shoulders. They shouldn't be caving into your ears. And then exhale, round all the way back into cat. Breathe all of the air out of your belly. Release your head and neck, and then inhale for cow. One more time. Exhale through cat. And inhale for cow. Exhale, find neutral. Flat back once again. Today's flow is focused on stretch and strength. So we're going to work the abdominals, the shoulders, the stabilizers here. Taking that left foot back behind us, pinky toe rotated down into the mat. You should feel a nice little pull in your low belly as you try to keep yourself nice and level. Try to keep even weight in the hands. You can stay here and just do this movement with your leg, or if you have the balance, go ahead and reach your opposite fingertips out in front of you. You are strong and stable. You have squeeze through the glute, through the shoulder, deep breath through the nose. And as you exhale, pull the knee to the elbow, big contraction, and then inhale, reach out. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach. Last time, exhale, contract. And reach, holding here. You can take a little bend at that knee so that the foot faces up towards the sky. And if you have the flexibility, you can grab that hand to the inside arch and just do a little kick back, hand into foot, foot into hand, and then release down. Rock your tailbone back onto your heels, reach your fingertips forward, reset. And when you're ready, roll back up into all fours. We're repeating on the other side. Find alignment, belly button to spine. Stabilize, even weight through the body as you take that right foot and press it back towards the back of the room. Pinky toe rotated down. Check in with your alignment. Belly button pulled into the spine, and you can remember, just stay here doing the movement with your legs only. Or you can reach the opposite fingers in front of you for a more balanced challenge. You're strong. You can feel your glute, your shoulder, your core working to stabilize you. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, contract, elbow to knee. Feel your abdominals and inhale, press out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, press. 2 more times to the beat of your own breath. Meeting in that outreach position whenever you're ready. And again, you can bend through the knee so that the foot reaches up towards the sky. Grab the inside arch, kick foot to hand, hand to foot for a little extra stretch. Exhale, release. Rock the tailbone back onto the heels. Reach the fingertips out in front of you. Reset. Slowly roll all the way back to all fours. Hands ground beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Press the toes into the mat now. And then lift the knees up off the mat and press the heart towards the upper thighs in downward facing dog. Breathe here in this position. You can start to pedal out the feet if that feels good to you. Releasing one knee and then the other. Feel a deep stretch through the back of that extended leg every single time. And when you're ready, land in a neutral down dog position. Fingertips sprayed wide, feet hip-width apart, soft bend in the knees. And release your heels down with gravity. Breathe into the shoulders, strength of the core of the back body. Inhale, we're going to ripple forward into a plank, and then release the tops of our shins. We're going to move our strength into the arms for just a moment. It's okay if you can't get a full range of motion. Only go as deep as you can. Deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, keep the arms tight into the body until you hover the chest above the mat. And exhale, press through the back of the arms to the triceps. Move all the way down and press up. Big contraction through the back of the arms. 2 more times. Try and keep that nice flat line from the top of the head to the base of the tailbone. This is the last one. And then go ahead and flip the toes and the tailbone up. Find downward facing dog. Deep breath into your low belly here in down dog, like you're trying to massage your digestive system with breath. Inhale, we ripple forward to plank, 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, ripple forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your hands back towards your toes at the back of your mat and find forward fold or release. Inhale, halfway lift. Heart reaches forward, stretch through the back of the legs, and exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep. All the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pause for a beat. As we inhale, we're going to go ahead and lift that left elbow up into the air, grabbing with the opposite arm. Little stretch for the back of the arm, the triceps. Staying strong in the abdominals. Lifting through the crown of the head, trying to reach between those shoulder blades. And then go ahead and lift all the way up. And we're going to switch sides. Right elbow up. Strong, tall. Stretching all the way through that back of the arm where we worked our triceps. And then go ahead and rainbow the hands down to mountain. Inhale, we lift the hands up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands all the way to the front of your mat. Find plank and release the shins down. We're going to do 4 more tricep push-ups. Deep breath in, expanding through the chest, through the heart. Check in from your line, the top of your head, to the base of the back of the knees. Deep breath and exhale as you keep the elbows tight to the body. Squeeze through the back of the arm to get up. You have 3 more to the beat of your own breath. Check in on alignment first. This is the most important part of this movement. As you contract, imagine nasty energy moving out through those muscles. When you're ready, Land in this modified plank, flip the toes into the mat, and lift the tailbone, adjusting your downward facing dog. Feel that strength in your shoulders. Inhale, we ripple forward into plank. Exhale, down dog. If you'd like to add a reach from your left hand to the outside of the right shin, please do. And then place that hand back, ripple forward into plank, and switch sides. Right hand to left shin. We're going to ripple forward, plank. One more time each side. Left hand to right ankle. Ripple forward to plank. Exhale, switch sides. Big reach. Ripple forward into plank and hold for 3, 2, 1. Release the shins down. Take the knees wide, the big toes together. Sink your tailbone onto your heels. Reach your fingertips forward for child's pose. Strength work is usually a lot more subtle in this class. But I hope that you experience today a little bit of extra challenge, moving some of the nasty stagnant energy out of the body, increasing the heart rate. We're going to move solely into stretch. Slowly walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to go ahead and bring the shins together and reset into an all fours position, flipping the toes down into the mat and finding downward facing dog. Again, feel that strength in the shoulders and the back, the stretch through the back of the legs. Inhale, the left toe lifts up towards the sky, single leg dog. Exhale, pull it through between the hands, low lunge. Inhale, we're going to lift to high lunge position. Torso all the way up. Energy lifting through the fingertips, hips squared towards me. Deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead and open into warrior two. Sink down. The front heel should find that midsection of the back foot. Your torso should be totally rotated towards the side of the room. Just your gaze should be forward toward those fingertips. Inhale as you straighten that front leg and then turn both toes towards the side of the room. So you're open up. Exhale, begin to slowly press your tailbone back as your fingertips lift to the side of the room and tabletop, and then release. Hands down, fingertips face the wall. As you slowly sink into the elbows, lifting the heart towards the fingertips and folding the body in half, just a little millimeter at a time. Take your hands out in front of you until your fingertips are straight. Pull those biceps into the ears and begin to lift back into tabletop. Use your strength. Use your glutes. Lift all the way up. Take the hands down to the heart. Pull the heels in towards each other so that the feet are at 45. And then sink down. Knees track out over those toes. Keep your torso upright. Inhale, we lift all the way up. Exhale, we step together to the center of the mat. Hands come down to mountain. Face towards the front of the room. Inhale, lift the hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, taking the hands down to the mat, step back into plank pose, and release back to downward facing dog. Right toe lifts up towards the sky, single leg dog. Exhale, pull it through between the hands, low lunge. Use your core strength to move into high lunge. Hips squared towards the front of the room, sinking down into that front leg so you're engaged. Energy through the fingertips. Deep breath in. Exhale, open to warrior two. Heel intersects with the midpoint of the arch of the foot. Sinking down without sinking forward. Torso rotated towards the side of the room. Gaze is over the front fingers. And breathe here. Inhale, lift the hands, straighten that front leg, and flip your toes towards the side of the room. Toes point towards the wall, parallel. Slowly begin to press your tailbone back as you find tabletop. Strength through the back, and then slowly begin to fold all the way. Hands come down, fingertips forward, elbows back, straightening your heart out in front of you so you have a nice flat back, and then slowly bending through those elbows to fold yourself in half, 1 millimeter at a time. Let your breath do the work. Let time and relaxation do the work. Slowly walk your hands out in front of you until they are straight. Nice flat back. Use your core, use your glutes, all your strength. Press your biceps into your ears and begin to lift into tabletop. And then all the way up. Pull the hands down to heart center. Drag the heels in towards each other so that the toes point out at 45 degrees. And then slowly sink down, knees tracking out over the toes. Strength through the glutes, through the inner thighs. Breathe. Feel every muscle fiber engage. And then inhale, straighten the legs, lift up, turn your toes forward. And take a step in, facing the front of the mat. So you'll be at the front of the mat. Toes together. Inhale, circle, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Taking the hands down to the mat, step back into a downward facing dog. One last time. Perfect posture here in this pose. Inching the tailbone up. Allow the heels to descend with gravity. Heart pressing towards those upper thighs. And after one last big, deep breath into the lowest regions of your belly, as you exhale, you can release the shins down. Roll over to one side and come to lay on your back. Take your fingertips down to the mat, bringing your shoulder blades together behind you and flattening that space between your low back and the mat by pulling your hips towards your nose. Continue to breathe. Your feet should be about 6 inches or so away from your heels. And keeping that contracted core, that flat back, press into your feet to lift your hips towards the sky and bridge. We're going to hold here for a beat, so you can always take your hands underneath of you, walking your shoulder blades together. Just remember, continue to pull your tailbone, or not your tailbone, sorry, your hips towards your nose. Keeping that contracted lower belly. Feeling the squeeze in your glutes, not the back of your legs. Breathe. Imagine all of your anger, your tension, your stress, your overwhelm, gathering in this area of the body. Breathe into it. Feel it all gather there in the glutes. A manifestation of all of the difficult things from this last week. Hold that tension for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let it go. Pull your knees into your belly. Feel that release. Maybe you rock around a little bit back and forth. Continue to breathe it out of you. Then allow the feet to come back down. Taking your arms out to either side of you, palms flat. Allow your knees to fall to one side of the room, stacking on top of each other. Taking your gaze to the opposite side of the room, while still being able to keep your shoulder blades grounded. If you want a little bit more, you can straighten those legs out at a 45-degree angle. Continue to breathe. And when you're ready, take your gaze back to center. Pull your knees back there as well. And then take your gaze over to the right as you allow your knees to drop to the other side. Shoulder blades stay grounded. Breathe. Take your gaze back to center. Knees pull all the way back in, and then allow the feet to straighten out through the wide edges of your mat, pulling your arms in so that they relax down your sides. Wiggle out any remaining bits of tension and move into final Shavasana. Your job during this moment is to let go of every little bit of tension inhabiting your body. Almost like you're melting into the mat and at the same time becoming weightless. The only thing that exists is your body and your breath. Take one last deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through the mouth or nose. Express a little bit of gratitude to yourself for showing up to class today. Giving yourself and your body the gift of movement, mindfulness, community, and well-being. When you're ready, you can roll onto your sides, coming into a fetal position, knees tuck into the body, and then use that top-facing hand to press the torso the rest of the way up. Thank you for coming today. I think sometimes the strength bit can feel a little bit like, oh, this isn't why I signed up for yoga. But it's needed as well. Some of that toughening at the same time as we stretch through our muscles for our mental development. So thank you for bearing with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you next week. The light in me sees, loves, honors, delights in the light in you. Namaste.